You're wondering how I can read 10 books a night, play a bunch of video games, talk to my friends and socialize all day every day, get 9 hours of sleep every single night, all while working my 4 10s? I don't. Hello, my lovely human beings. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. Today, we are going to be talking about realistic and tangible ways to balance your work life and your hobby life and still be the responsible adult that you are. One more chapter and I'm going to bed. One more. Don't mind me, I have my microphone on my law figure sword. If you don't know who Trafalgar D. Law is, I need you to know him. He is from One Piece and he is my anime husband. My husband has accepted it and everyone else needs to accept it too. If there's anything I absolutely love in life, it is other people loving and enjoying their life as well. It sucks, especially right now, because I feel like so many of us are just in survival mode and we're just like constantly on the go. But at some point we just get so burnt out. No matter where we're at in our journey, I feel like we all deserve to have that time to just rest and relax. It could be reading, gaming, painting, drawing, crocheting, hiking, whatever it is. We all deserve time to do that. Sometimes life gets in the way and that's when we have to make sure that we make time for it. So let's get into it. That's good. That's good coffee. So if you are new to my channel, hi, hello, thanks for being here. A few of my hobbies include playing video games, love to journal, just started getting deeper into reading again. My husband and I started collecting manga a few years ago. Just this year, I started slowly getting back into reading like novels and novellas and stuff like that. Now it is just in full swing. I enjoy lots of hobbies. I want to make sure I spend time doing all of them so that I can just feel happy inside. I feel like these hobbies just seem like such a small part of life, but they're so important to me, and your hobbies should be just as important to you. First of all, they are a cheaper version of therapy, okay? Most of us, millennials, I'm looking at you, do not want to just wake up and go to work and come home and do chores and go to bed and then wake up and go to work again, and all of our lives is just working and choresing and working and choresing. Like, what is even the joy in that? I'm already losing my mind just working 40 hours a week, thinking of how I'm gonna even survive, and then I just have to come home and do chores and do responsibilities and do it all over again, and now my books and my video games are looking at me just crying for some love and some attention. Hobbies really just keep us sane. It helps us to relieve stress and it just gives us some time to just breathe. So yeah, they do matter, they are important, and we do have to make sure we make time for them. So the very first thing that I will suggest, and I actually do kind of on a daily basis, is to just look at your week and try to plan realistically. I say that I do it on a daily basis because, you know, there's things that come up and things that change. You can kind of shift things around in order to fit in a hobby time better. But I know a lot of us are not planners, so you don't have to spend hours and hours thinking about your week. Even if you just set aside 5 minutes to kind of time block or visualize what you have to do, that helps a ton. I currently work 4 10-hour shifts, and then on Wednesdays my husband and I like to have our date day because that's the one day that we both have off together. I usually use the weekends to record and edit videos, and then 4 times a week I am playing Final Fantasy 14 with friends in the evening. So just kind of thinking about that out loud, like those are the things that I have to do every single week. I'm already like,
oh my god, that's so many things. Like, how do I have time to do anything else?
What I have been doing lately, which some people might like to do as well, is to bring my hobbies with me on the go. If you have a Switch, you can bring your Switch, your Steam Deck, your iPad. If you like to draw, whatever hobby is like mobile for you, obviously you can't bring your freaking PC into work. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't think that your job would probably appreciate that. I would say just because maybe people's lunch breaks is like 30 minutes or you get a 15-minute break at the beginning or end of your shift or something, don't underestimate that time just because it's not a huge chunk of time. That time does add up and you can get a lot of hobby time in. I will say freaking beware though, because there's so many times where I have read on my lunch break and then I have to clock back in and then I'm just sitting there like trying to concentrate, but I'm like thinking about the book and I'm like wanting to read the next page that might happen. Just beware, just be mindful. So just spending a little time looking at your week, it'll help remind you that there's still time for you to enjoy all the hobbies that you want to enjoy and that you just kind of breathe a little. There's other little hacks that I try to practice so that I can make a dent in my hobby time. One of the things I like to do is to pair certain activities together. You can pair your chores and the hobby. Whenever I'm cooking or cleaning the kitchen, I really like to put on a YouTube video or a podcast. You can also hobby. If you like to color, you can also listen to an audiobook at the same time. You can play video games while watching an anime. If you've seen some of my videos before, then you've seen me crafting in Final Fantasy 14 and reading at the same time. Another thing you can do is exercise and hobby. I have definitely gone to the gym before with my Kobo, spent an hour just walking on the treadmill and reading at the same time. I fucking hate exercising and I know that's something that I have to do more and we all have to do it because we have to be healthy and take care of our bodies. Anything that will help me get my mind off of the pain and suffering is a plus in my book. I highly recommend. But pairing activities, definitely try pairing activities. Another thing that you can try to do, and I say this with a grain of salt, is to time block. I think it is very important to set aside time for yourself, but I know not everyone has the luxury of setting aside 2 hours, 3 hours every week, every night, whatever. All of us have different responsibilities. Sometimes that's just not possible. I don't want people that are super busy to feel like, oh, well, I don't have an hour every day, so I can't enjoy my hobby. That defeats the whole purpose of this video. But if time blocking is an option for you, then definitely do it. Sometimes we just gotta put ourselves first.
Treat yourself.
You just have to block out that time so that you can enjoy your favorite book or show. Definitely do that if you have the option to. The third thing is to make your hobby visible. There's times where I will come home, there's something that I really wanted to do, but I totally forget, and then I just end up scrolling on social media or searching the internet for random shit. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to read that book. Oh yeah, I bought that video game the other day and I wanted to play it today, but I totally forgot. I think making hobbies visible is like a simple thing to do, but it helps so tremendously. Every time I come home from work, I always go straight to my computer desk and I hang out there. Whatever I really wanted to do in that moment, I try to leave it on my desk so that when I come home, I can see it and be like, oh crap, I wanted to do that thing. And then I'll do it. We just get distracted sometimes, you know, and that's totally okay. Sometimes we need help remembering what we wanted to do, especially now we're getting a little older and we need a little help in the brain area, aka me. That's totally me. It does help. It helps a lot. Another thing that helps a lot with like what I said earlier is to bring your hobby with you wherever you go. Sometimes I don't even know if I'll have time to read. I'll still bring my Kobo with me. You never know when you'll have the time to just sit and hobby it up, but you don't want to get caught lacking. Okay? So if you can, just bring it with you. And the last thing I will say is that if you are truly feeling overwhelmed, then just ask for help. I know it's hard because I think for a lot of us, a lot of responsibility falls on our shoulders, and sometimes we feel like we either don't want to burden other people or that they also have their own things going on, but sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need extra time to just decompress. We push ourselves so far to burnout that it's hard to just take that 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day to really refresh. But there are people in your life that wants to help you. It is a little scary sometimes because it's like, why would someone want to help me? But trust me when I say there are loved ones that would want nothing more than to help assist you with whatever you need, and especially if it means taking care of yourself. So if you have to do it, I'm gonna challenge you to ask someone for help so that you get a little extra hobby time in this week. Okay, and here is the thing too. I don't want hobby time to turn into stress out time. The whole purpose of having hobby time is so that you can just chill and enjoy and have fun. If it starts turning into this like productivity, I have to be so efficient and finish all of these hobbies, and I have to do X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and you start stressing out over it, that kind of defeats the purpose of the hobby time. I feel like our culture is so rewarding of like the big numbers and the big productivity, even if it's not productivity in a sense of work. If it's productivity in a sense of something that's fun, then it's like, oh dang, oh my God. Like you see those videos that are like, I played 52 games in 48 hours. I read 200 books this month. I drew 10 sketches in 30 minutes. I mean, like that's really impressive. And if that's what you like to do, like you like to challenge yourself like that, then by all means, go ahead, do your thing. I ain't putting you down for it. But I feel like the majority of us are not wired like that. But then we feel like we have to be like that. Maybe we feel that way just because it's what we see in social media and what some people might engage with. But for majority of us, that's not the norm. And that's okay. Sometimes we'd be lucky enough to draw for 10 minutes in the whole week. That's reality. And that is okay. Being realistic about your hobbies and about the time that you have, not comparing it to other people that we see on the internet, but just enjoying it for ourselves and doing it for ourselves. I think we cannot lose that part of it. Once you start feeling like you're stressing out over a hobby, I would take a step back. Do a different hobby. Instead of playing Call of Duty, maybe we gotta spend some time in the farm on Stardew. You know what I mean? Whatever you do for your hobby, just remember that it should be fun and not stressful and not make you freaking rack your brain to the point where you're still exhausted from racking your brain all day from work or school or whatever other responsibilities we got. And you know what? There's some days where we just have to sit and chill and literally do nothing, and that's totally okay too. There's so many times recently where I have come home from work and I'll text my husband, like, just letting you know that I'm putting my phone on D&D because I just need to sit here and do nothing. I'll put that do not disturb on. I will close the curtain. I will pull the blanket over my head and I will literally just sit there. I don't even sleep sometimes. I will just lay there because that is a decompressed time. We are human. We need times like that. Sometimes you just need to doom scroll. Sometimes you just need to enjoy the silence, and that's okay. The whole point about balancing your life is so that you don't let burnout claim you. You do what your soul needs. That is it for today's video, and I am so glad and happy that you're here. I really hope that you find some time in your busy schedules to just enjoy your hobbies, to just enjoy life, because there's so much that this life has to offer, and we're not meant to be on work mode, on productivity mode all day, every single day, every minute of your life. We deserve to have some time to just live and thrive and breathe and chill and relax and have fun. Sometimes we have the time to do that. Sometimes we have to make time to do that. And I hope you make time for joy for yourself, because you definitely, absolutely deserve it. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. If you have any other tips, please share them down below in the comments. I would love to know what you guys do to balance your time. Please share them with me, and I know other people would love them as well. I hope you guys are having a great day, great week, and a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!